Everyone loves the idea of saving a few bucks, but in real estate, the most expensive mistake you can make is trying to save a commission on the wrong house. When you buy a for sale by owner, or FSBO, without representation, you aren't just DIYing a purchase. You're entering a high stakes negotiation against someone whose only goal is to get the most money with the least liability. Without a realtor, who is looking out for your equity? My job isn't just to find the house, it's to find the red flags, the ones in the fine print and the ones behind the drywall. In a FSBO transaction, the seller is looking out for themselves. So, who is looking out for you? You find a beautiful waterfront property. The seller says everything is up to code and insists on an as-is sale to keep things simple. Without an agent to negotiate a thorough inspection contingency, you might miss a structural issue or a failing bulkhead. Because you aren't represented, the seller has no professional buffer, forcing them to disclose latent defects they didn't know about. With my construction background, I tend to see the house differently. I know where the water goes when it rains and what a settling foundation actually looks like. I make sure as is doesn't mean your problem now. You find a home with a stunning finished basement or a recently added deck. The seller tells you they did the work themselves to high standards, and it's better than what a contractor would do. The hazard: many for sale by owner sellers bypass the local municipality to save money, meaning no permits were pulled and no inspections were performed by the town. When you go to sell that house years later, or if a town inspector notices it, you could be hit with massive fines, forced to tear the work out, or find that your homeowner's insurance won't cover a claim related to unpermitted work. I don't just look at the finishes, I look at the paper trail. With my construction background, I know what requires a permit in New Jersey. I verify that every improvement is a legal asset, not a future liability. Call or DM me for more information on buying real estate in New Jersey. You shake hands, use a generic contract found online, and head toward closing. 2 weeks before closing, a title search reveals an undisclosed tax lien or a boundary dispute with a neighbor that the seller neglected to mention. Without an agent coordinating with the title company and attorneys early on, you've already spent thousands on appraisals and inspections for a house that can't legally be sold. I manage the paperwork minefield. I ensure all disclosures are signed and title issues are cleared before you ever put a significant deposit at risk. Think about this. The inspection comes back needing $15,000 in roof repairs. You ask the seller for a credit. For sale by owner sellers are often emotionally attached to their homes and prone to taking repair requests personally. Without a neutral third party to present the data and market comps, the seller gets offended, digs their heels in, and the deal collapses over a fixable issue. I take the emotion out of the room. I use hard data and professional leverage to ensure you get the best terms without the seller walking away from the table. You and the seller agree on a price that feels fair, based on what the seller says other homes in the neighborhood have sold for. For sale by owner sellers often overprice their homes based on emotional value or zestimates rather than actual sold data. If the bank's appraiser comes in $50,000 lower than your agreed price, the bank will not fund the loan for the full amount. Without an agent to provide a rebuttal of value or a pre-negotiated appraisal contingency, the deal dies instantly and you've wasted weeks of time and money. I provide the reality check. I use real-time market data to ensure we aren't overpaying. And if an appraisal comes in low, I have the professional experience to negotiate the price down or challenge the appraisal effectively. Call or DM me for more information on buying real estate in New Jersey. Buying a home is the largest financial transaction of your life. Don't go into a for sale by owner situation unshielded. Whether it's unpermitted construction, inspection issues, or an appraisal that doesn't add up, I'm here to catch the problems before they become your problems. Call me at 732-766-3256. Or go to my website to message me with your questions, and let's protect your investment. If you liked this series on real estate, please follow me on social media for more content like this about buying and selling in this great state of New Jersey. Let's make sure your investment is actually a sound one.